your season or occupation. It's time to send in your application.
Good morning, Colonel Vi. It's Wednesday, March 31st.
I'm Letitia.
And I'm Theo.
And here are your morning announcements. Hey Theo, did you hear about the school where the students weren't social distancing?
No, I didn't. That's not good.
I know, right? Let's go take a look at that.
What if I told you that the students at a school here in Ottawa were congregating in large groups outside the school before they go inside in the morning? What would you say if I told you they weren't respecting social distancing protocol despite being told many times by school staff to spread out? You're probably thinking, that is so irresponsible. How could they do that? Well, what if I told you that school was our very own Colonel By? You might be thinking, oh, well, that's not me. And yet, a large portion of our own students do not follow Ottawa Public Health guidelines every day they come to school. So it's actually very likely that it is you, and you don't even realize it. A mask is not a substitute for social distancing. Masks aren't 100% effective at stopping the transmission of COVID-19. A study by the CDC found that a surgical mask blocked 56.1% of the particles from a simulated cough, and a cloth mask blocked 51.4% of the particles. That's still enough to get whoever you're talking to sick if you're standing close enough. Remember, standing within 6 feet of others is not okay even if you're wearing a mask. It's not okay even if you sanitized your hands before you came to school. It's not okay even if you're not physically touching others. And if you don't think it is you, always check to be sure. We can do better, Cougars. To maintain a safe school environment for everyone, remember to social distance. As a student, it's your responsibility.
Please remember how important it is to practice social distancing before and after school. As we see a rise in cases, we are also seeing a great number of students gathering closely together before and after school.
Do your part to help stop the spread to ensure that everyone remains safe and CB can remain open.
Wednesday and Thursday this week are Fun Wednesday and Thursday with an April Fool's Day theme. Dress as foolishly as you can the day you come to school and send a pic of your outfit to the CB Studco Instagram page to earn points for your grade.
You know what I definitely won't be wearing this Wednesday and Thursday? Awesome clothes from the Den. Let's go check out an ad on that.
You're right, Theo. You'd be too cool to look like a fool in clothes from the den.
Grade 12s, please keep checking out the scholarship page on CB Guidance. New scholarships are still being posted. The Gloucester Horticultural Bursary for students pursuing studies in environmental science, horticulture, forestry, or agriculture is due at the end of March.
Also, CB is looking for your input about this year's graduation ceremonies. Please fill out the form under News on the CB homepage.
Are you interested in participating in an online science scholarship competition that could result in a scholarship to the Faculty of Science at University of Ottawa? The competition involves knowledge of chemistry, biology, and physics and is open to students in grades 9 to 12, but is designed for grades 11 to 12.
Participation is free, but you must register by April 16th. Please email Ms. Badry in Guidance for more details.
Hey Letitia, do you know what SAFE stands for?
Yeah, it's Students Advocating for Equality. Apparently, they're one of the oldest clubs at CB. Why do you ask?
Well, SAFE helped us prepare a series on Month of Pink. Let's go find out what this month is all about.
SAFE stands for Students Allying for Equality. SAFE is a club that aims to support members of the club and also to spread awareness of LGBTQ+ issues. So we're about learning. We want our members and our peers to expand their worldview, not just through educational sort of like presentations and the great interviews that we're going to have during Month of Pink, but also through discussions in club. So Month of Pink is a way that SAFE Club has sort of adapted our usual Rainbow Week, which itself is structured around the OCDSB's International Day of Pink, which is on April 14th. So the purpose of Month of Pink and of Rainbow Week usually is to raise awareness of like the importance of solidarity against LGBTQ+ discrimination and homophobia and transphobia. So the International Day of Pink and Rainbow Week and Month of Pink all have the purpose of creating like more inclusive communities for LGBTQ+ students. To that end, Colonel Vi holds presentations throughout Rainbow Week from different people in the local LGBTQ plus community talking about their experiences. So because of COVID-19, this is going to move online with Cougar Vision running Month of Pink segments, and also with Safe Club being active online on our social media. So during Month of Pink, we celebrate the contributions of LGBTQ plus people, and we also talk a lot about how, as the Day of Pink website says, discrimination takes many shapes, and we have to be ready to combat it in any form it takes. So that requires education on what discrimination against LGBTQ plus people looks like. That's why we include the whole school in our commemoration of Month of Pink, so that our peers have the chance to learn more about these issues, so that they have tools to fight discrimination like homophobia and transphobia when they find it. So to engage with Month of Pink, first of all, you can watch the Month of Pink videos that'll be on Cougar Vision, even when you're at home, on their YouTube channel. And you can interact with and also maybe post your own stories of a small act of kindness that someone did for you that made you feel more confident in being who you are. And just like to celebrate the great members of our school community. You can tag them, and if you also tag us on Instagram at colby.safeclub or on Twitter at colbysafe, then we'll make a compilation at the end of the month and share it so that we can celebrate the confident and wonderful people in our school community and in the greater Ottawa community.
Wednesday's show will be airing weekly segments with Month of Pink related information and interviews, so make sure you stay tuned all throughout April.
And now for this week's edition of
Weigh In Wednesday. On average, 38% of you are doing over 4 hours of homework each day.
And 15% of you said that your favorite cartoon as a kid was Arthur.
Like most things during COVID, lockdown procedures have also changed. Please pay attention to the following video as it will guide you through what you need to know to stay safe in the event of a lockdown.
Oh hi, I didn't see you there. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, much of our lives as students has completely changed. We've had to stay 2 meters away from each other and always wear a mask. But have you ever wondered what would happen if an emergency situation took place and a lockdown was called? Hi, I'm Malcolm Wilson, and nobody knows more about lockdowns than I do. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we're not actually practicing school-wide lockdowns this year. Your teacher will show you what to do in the case of a real one. Although you aren't able to maintain the 2-meter distance, you still are required to wear your mask at all times. It all starts with the PA system announcement.
Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown.
Instead, what you need to do is remain calm, quiet, and out of sight. Go to a secure area of the room that is the least visible from outside and get on the floor or crouch down low. Your teacher will turn off the lights, close windows and blinds, lock the door, and cover the glass. Teachers should know where the safest spot is for students during a real lockdown. They can point them out at this point in the presentation. For all my teachers out there, a little tip that I like is asking yourself, where am I least visible if someone were to look in the closed door? I'll show you guys some key locations and what to do if you find yourself stuck in one of these locations during a lockdown. If you find yourself in the halls, go to the nearest classroom and a teacher may come and let you inside. If you find yourself in a washroom and it isn't safe enough to go to the nearest classroom, lock yourself in a stall and stand on the toilet so that your feet aren't visible. If you're anywhere outside, leave the property and seek safety. If you find yourself in the library, lock yourself in the back room or office space. If you find yourself in the gymnasium, exit the building if it's safe enough to do so. If not, lock yourself in the change room or equipment rooms. If you find yourself in the cafeteria, exit the building if it's safe enough to do so. If not, find the nearest secure area. Teachers should be ready to report any missing students to the principal or police officer when we move to a secure school.
Jeremy, why are you calling me right now? It's a lockdown. I'm not supposed to be talking to you.
It is important that students remain off their devices. This is because they can give off a ringing or buzzing noise or emit some light, which would draw attention to you inside of your class. It is also important not to wear any headphones so that you can hear your surroundings.
It's the police, guys, open up!
Should you respond to door knocks, alarms, and announcements during a lockdown? No, do not respond if someone knocks on the door, even if they say they are the police or principal. Ignore all bells, announcements, and alarms, including the fire alarm. If your teacher senses there is a real fire, they will help to evacuate all students safely to your evacuation site. A police officer will open the door themselves, as they would have a key, and would never ask you to open the door in a lockdown situation. They will let you know when it is safe to return to your studies.
You guys stay in your classroom. You can keep on your work. Don't leave the classroom, okay? You guys are okay? Perfect, guys.
If your school were in a live lockdown situation, you would be released from lockdown by a school administrator or police officer. You would then move into a secure school until the all clear announcement is made over the PA system. So what does a secure school look like? Well, all classroom doors remain locked and all the students have to remain inside under all circumstances. Learning activities can continue, but students have to remain quiet at all times. Instead of studying for your next test, why don't you study one of these posters which are found in all of our classrooms and talk about the procedures for lockdowns and secure schools?
Well, that's all from us today, CB.
To Cohort A at home.
And to Cohort B at school. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and
Have a wobbly Wednesday.
Let's clock out, you and me, wander around West County.